As we approach the anniversary of the forced disappearance of 43 students in Ayotzinapa, the Mexican authorities have reported the arrest of one of the supposed masterminds behind the crime. The man has been identified as Gildardo Lopez, and he is said to be a leader of the United Warriors drug gang. He had a pending arrest warrant for kidnapping and organized crime. The arrest comes soon after a report made by independent experts distorting the government's version of students being killed and burnt in a dump. Authorities also said Thursday that a second set of remains of a student had been identified.
Until yesterday, we had the hope he was still alive, but right now, believe me, we feel a pain. That well, maybe, probably they were really burned. We do not know who took them, if they thought they were bad people, because they don't burn bad people, and we would like to think they were drug traffickers. We hope they would burn not the poor peasants who only study to be able to defend themselves, to be able to give their other family members a life.
And we have Clayton Con now in Mexico to give us more on this last finding.
In a communique released last evening by the Argentine Forensics Anthropology team, which has helped to carry out a thorough forensic analysis for the parents of the 43 disappeared Ayotzinapa students, they underscored and criticized the, quote, weak and non-definitive announcement made earlier this week by Mexican authorities that the remains of a second missing Ayotzinapa student, Josivani Guerrero de la Cruz, were identified. While the team did recognize that the charred bone fragments analyzed in Innsbruck, Austria, a step recommended by the Argentine team to Mexican authorities, could possibly be those of De la Cruz, they made clear, as they had previously in February, that they could not certify or verify where the fragments were found or recovered. Now, Mexico's Attorney General's office has maintained its position that the students were killed by organized crime members, burned and their ashes dispersed in a river in the state of Guerrero. However, as we have been reporting, an independent team from the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights declared that hypothesis to be scientifically impossible. Finally, in relation to these events, Mexico's Attorney General announced yesterday that one of their lead material suspects in the case, Gildardo Lopez, or the Gil, was detained in the state of Guerrero. Mexican authorities affirmed that the Gil was responsible for disappearing the 43 students. It is still unclear as to what information or new directions in the investigation will emerge. This is Clayton Conn reporting for Telesur here in Mexico City.